Hello there and welcome to the new video where I'll be talking to you about the Tableau versus Qlik Sense. These are the two tools in which I have done most of my work and delivered many projects for dashboarding and reporting. And apart from these two, if you have seen my blog, recently even I have started publishing the Power BI related tutorial. That is a tool which I explored around 4 or 5 years back. Did not do much of a work, but an exploration was done just to see how compatible it was, but at that time it was just launched, so I did not do much work over there. But in this video for Tableau and Qlik Sense, I wanted to tell you mostly from the developer point of view as to what really the difference is in both of these two tools. Okay, so now let's start with the Tableau. So first thing about the Tableau is that which you may have seen everywhere, it is easy to use. It is a tool which you can use without much of an effort. I mean, if you will give, let's say, 1 week of learning, you will be like all set or all ready to start using it with your basic visualization point of view. So the learning curve is good, and that's something I wanted to say in the second point. It has a quick learning curve because it has this very intuitive drag and drop sort of design platform where you pull in the fields, which is your dimensions and measures, and it will create the visualization for you. Also, it has the show me tab, which basically gives you the recommendation as to which visualization will work based on the selection that you make on the fields. So that's quick learning curve. Third thing is the strong community support. There is a very strong community support. I mean, this is one tool where I've seen community is so strong, so passionate, so supportable that you feel like you are not just doing a visualization, but you have become part of that community. And this basically becomes or this basically really helps to have a very smooth journey, because there are so many people out there on Twitter or on LinkedIn where once you tag them, which is #datafem, so once you tag them, there is a reply that you get, there is a support, there is a feedback for your visualization which you get. So this is something which is very special about it. And also Tableau has created this basically geo-wise or region-wise, or even within the company, it has created this tug, which is basically nothing. It's a group, Tableau user group, and that's what they call it, TUG tug, and that is helpful. Where if a new person is coming, then it has this already community which is having the expert. So that's a very amazing thing. Next thing is it has a lot of capabilities for the advanced visualization because of not just with the basic charts, the flexibility that it supports, but all the different combination with which you can increase the size of the particular visualization, decrease it, create the dual axis, you can use actions and things like those. All of this thing you can do to create the advanced visualization. Apart from that, the next thing is the effective dashboarding. Within the dashboarding, over a period of years, it has become matured and become sort of a standard as to how you can do the dashboarding it in the Tableau. And you have both the things, like you can be as strict as you can fix your component, or you can have floating components. You can design the dashboard for mobile, for tab, for desktop. All of those things you can very easily find it within the Tableau. Next thing is the strong story building. It has a separate component. It's basically the very first tool which introduced the story building. At least that's what I know, that this is the first tool which has introduced the story building. If you know a tool which is prior to Tableau that has introduced the stories, let me know in the comments. Even that will be a learning for me as well. But as far as my knowledge concerned, this was the first one. And it has an amazing capability where you can design your stories and show it step by step. Also, you have this capability where within the story you can have one single sheet or entire dashboard, right? So that's something which I found it really useful, even used in some of those scenarios where user want to have a very clear indication as to what this particular section contains, and in that section whether they want to see just one sheet or they want to see multiple sheets combined with the filter and everything. So that's why I feel that not just with the traditional stories, the data stories that you may want to build, but also you can build some compelling group of visualization. After that, what it has is the is one of the shortcoming, lack of data modeling. So that is the reason why you have the Tableau Prep, recently introduced tool, and within that, because in a traditionally available Tableau desktop, you can up to a level you can join the data filtering and all that, but it does not have those sophisticated data modeling things as part of the inbuilt functionality of the tool. Next is the performance. So whenever the performance goes down for big and complex viz, this is what I personally felt, that whenever my visualization is becoming big or I'm using a complex logic, that's where I see that performance is being hit and it is going down. One of those reasons which I found that because of those two things, I found that somewhere it lacks, where maybe a more stable version or more stable basically a desktop platform is what is needed, so that it can handle the large and complex visualization, because data is becoming huge day by day. And multiple times it has happened with me that when I was using it and building something, the application stopped abruptly and I lost everything what I did. So I'll always make sure that I save it and then only I move ahead with another complex thing. So that's something I wanted to show you, along with all the good things that it has. Some of those things which as part of the development I see that I faced issues with. After that, let's move on to, okay, we have desktop and cloud-based app. So both the version is available in Tableau, but in the Qlik Sense, which I will show you, you only have the cloud-based app. It used to have earlier the desktop app, but the Qlik took the conscious decision where they stopped giving the desktop app, and you only have the cloud-based solution for Qlik Sense. So now let's look about the Qlik Sense. We have the as compared to easy to use in Tableau, this is slightly tough when you compare both of them, because the environment what I have seen when I've used both the ones, and I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, I started with the Qlik View. That's one of the very first tool I even started blogging about, and then from Qlik View I moved on to the Qlik Sense. So for me, it's like jumping to Tableau was a good, or I would say a relatively very easy experience, because I have already experienced the tough part or relatively tough part. So in Qlik Sense, if you are coming from the Tableau, you will feel that it's slightly tough because of all the capabilities and all the complexity that it provides. Second thing is needs a little bit long learning curve. Trust me, even for learning the Qlik View or Qlik up to a certain extent, even with the Qlik Sense, at least 3 months of the learning which I did when I started learning this Qlik View or Qlik Sense. And before that, I had a very strong background of doing the dashboarding within the Excel CS, even in the spreadsheet, strong reporting, VBA, everything I had it, but still I felt that it has those, what I would say, level of complexities, which in turn is a capability as well, where you really need to have a good and big learning curve as compared to the Tableau. After that, what it has is the with Qlik community is good and responsive. When I say Qlik community, mostly what I have seen is, unlike Tableau, where you have the public community, that means other than the community.tableau.com, the website, similarly for Qlik, you have community.qlik.com. I think that's what the site is. That means the community inside the Qlik website is something what you have. But outside of Qlik, what I have never seen anything like what Tableau has done as part of the innovation, where it has created the Tableau user groups. That's something which I have not seen in case of Qlik Sense. That's why I felt that when somebody is doing the work with Tableau, somebody is a beginner, they can have a quick learning curve, because there is someone out there who can provide them the feedback, and they are the expert people in the Tableau as a field. So, but that's something in Qlik Sense what I felt is missing when I moved from Qlik Sense to Tableau. Then basic to moderate level of visualization lie on, like you have the effective advanced visualization over here in Tableau, but in case of the Qlik Sense, the visualization are fairly basic. You can do little bit of complexity with the visualization, like you can have sort of an average line, or you can have like constant line, do conditional formatting and things like those, which is basic in nature. What I felt is something you can easily do, but Tableau has much more capability, what I felt when I used both of them. Cloud-based environment, like I said, it has both the desktop and cloud-based app, but here in this case you only have the cloud-based environment. Then you have the strong data manipulation skills, or strong data, the functions or the scripting is available where you can write the script. In Tableau you don't have any script, but in case of the Qlik Sense you have the very strong scripting which you can write. So if you are the one who are coming from some sort of a programming background, or even if you have done like VBA, you will enjoy working in this. Then you have the strong data modeling skills, or the strong data modeling environment. So based on the backend script that you can write, there you can even do and design the models like the star schema model, snowflake schema model, or even if it is a small application, then an independent table itself will going to work. And it provides a lot of insights when you create a model. So if you are learning, or if you have learned through my blog about this tool, you may have seen that the different level of understanding, or the different information the data model provides in the Qlik Sense. Finally, the performance is good for relatively complex visualization. That's what I felt, that in case of Qlik, what I felt is the app is the relatively stable, because I wrote some very complex formulas. And even at one fine day, I remember I went up to an extent where I wrote a formula which actually took, I saw my watch and I looked at it and see that it took 90 seconds to produce a result. So you can think about it, that what a complex visualization it would be, or a complex scripting that would be. And not just the one expression which I wrote, which took like 90 seconds. I copied that expression once it was developed, and replicated to at least around 10 or 15 visualizations. So overall time was around moved to 4 to 5 minutes. So for one click which I was doing over there, it was taking 5 minutes. But the good part is that the application was not closing down abruptly. That was the best thing which I felt with the Qlik Sense. In case of a Tableau, whenever I go little bit complex with that, I see that it starts shaking up and stops abruptly. So one of those things, probably Tableau and Qlik, like they have in their platforms, some of the capabilities are good here, some of the capabilities are good here when it comes to the development side. But overall, I have enjoyed working in both the tools. If I would say in the end, in my conclusion, if you are the one who enjoys programming, who enjoy working with the data, or who enjoy data manipulations and things like those, this is the tool for you, right? If you are the one where you are just concerned with producing some good, beautiful advanced visualization with good interactive capabilities, Tableau is your tool. Because even the Tableau advises that if you have a complex scripting, complex data model, then take it out of Tableau. Do whatever you want to do, like tool like Alteryx or Tableau Prep, or even I have used Python for doing all of the background massaging of the data and just giving the final output here, so that the tool is not giving me the hard time whenever I'm creating a visualization. So that's something which I feel that if you are the one who just enjoy the data visualization, or your work is just to produce the visualization, you don't want to work much on the data or the scripting side, then this is not where you will going to enjoy a lot. But if you want to have something which fairly good visualization, not as advanced. What I felt is not as advanced as compared to Tableau, but you want to enjoy both the part, the data scripting and the visualization, then this is a tool. Also from an organization perspective, if you are the one who are evaluating, then think about how complex sometimes the situation is. If you want to have one tool which can handle best of both worlds, that means you can handle the data modeling, data manipulation, and in the same tool you want to do some fairly basics to intermediate level visualization, then Qlik Sense is basically your tool. But definitely then in Qlik Sense you have some third party visualization capabilities as well, through which you can basically develop the more advanced visualization. But again, that depends on most of the time it depends on additional payment or additional money that you need to spend, also all the secure data security and other things like those. So that's my basically conclusion, or that's my suggestion, whomsoever is evaluating, again mostly from development point of view, because that is what I have been mostly engaged with. I've never gone on the side of the server, so sorry. Most of you have asked me the questions about the server. I have never worked on the server, so I really cannot suggest anything on that side. So that's about it. Let me know how did you find this video, or if you have any comments, if you have any further points on both these sides, then also mention that in the comments. Who knows, we may create such a great list that it is useful for all of us. So with that, I thank you for spending time with me, and I'll meet you in the next video.